1992 Rover Metro. This is the 1.1 litre S model. Obviously being a later Rover car. This one in particular is quite special. It's done 12,900 miles. 200 of them were done driving the car here. It's driven up from the south. It's currently owned by a bit of a Metro fanatic, as you can see by the t-shirt we've got on the parcel shelf there, made with the car's plate and everything on, which he's asked to go with the car as well, because obviously it's part of the car. So let's start by having a look at the bodywork. If we start on this front driver's wing, you see that's all nice and clean. It's lovely and bright and red. It has had, or does need, good polish, to be fair, this car, because it's a little bit dry in places, as you can see here. A little bit there, a bit there. And the lacquer is sort of fading a little bit, so it does want a little bit of attention with that. But actually the car itself, lovely and solid. As you can see by this front wing, that arch, obviously there's a plastic liner, but on the underside of it there, you've got the full metal all the way through. Lovely and clean all the way around, nice and solid, no sign of any corrosion at all. Nice clean wheel and tyre, correct Rover hubcap and everything on it. Coming down this driver's side, we start by having a look on the sill along there. You can see it's lovely and clean all the way down. It's never been jacked up wrong or smashed up a curb or anything like that. Could do with a good clean. We've left a bit of dirt there. Someone's missed that when they're cleaning it. Driver's door, again, not a mark. It's not even a mark on the edge of the door where it's been opened on anything or anything like that. Wing mirrors all nice and tidy. Coming up this A-pillar. And again, this seam can be a bit of an issue, but that's nice and clean. And then the gutter themselves, all the way along here. Lovely and clean, no sign of any corrosion, no sign of any dirt or anything at all. Around the sunroof, on the roof here. Again, no sign of any corrosion. If you sort of zoom out on the roof, you can see here, the sort of lines of, it's almost like some fade in the lacquer. All the glass on this side, all nice and clear, no sort of scratches or anything like that. And then again, the plastic is nice and shiny. It's not dried out or cracked. It wants a little bit of back to black in places. And again, if you look down this side, you can see just how straight it is. That body line all the way down is lovely and crisp. Got a little bit of a ding just here. You can just see that on the camera there. Just in front of the fuel filler cap. Rear arch on this side. Lovely and solid all the way around. Nice sharp lip all the way around. Another good wheel and tyre. You can see that rear subframe pickup point as well, which is lovely and clean. On the filler cap's lovely as well. Coming around onto the back, all the tail lights and the fog lights, nice and clean and bright. Bumper sits straight, and then along the bottom there, all good. Nice tidy exhaust. It's got the original Rover dealer plates on as well, which is a nice touch. There's a little bit of sun fade along here, and it's actually peeled a little bit of the lacquer off there. Sort of wants the lacquer baking off and reapplying on those areas really. Heated rear screen, all this section around the screen's all nice and tidy, as you can see. And then if we look at the passenger side, same as the other side, that body line is lovely and sharp all the way up. It's not full of filler. I don't think the car's been painted by the looks of things. It's rear arch, lovely and sharp all the way around. There's been a mark here at some point that's been touched in. It's ever so slightly off on the colour. It's sort of maybe 1.5 inches tall. You can just about see that on the camera, I think. Another good wheel and tyre. Again, you can see that subframe point from this side as well, nice and clean. As is the sill on this side as well. All good on the passenger side quarter, on the rear and the door. All the plastics are nice and clean as well. And then the same with this gutter, nice and tidy. Can have another look at the roof as well. You can see that sort of sun fade in the lacquer that we mentioned earlier on. And then on this front wing again, we've got this plastic arch liner, but you can see on the inside of that, it is all nice and clean all the way around. Coming around onto the front, both headlights and indicators clean, no sign of any moisture. It's had what looks like stickers coming up and down. You can actually see where the glue still is. It was going all the way up. I've just put a bit of tar and glue remover on it, and it's come off up there, so it'll come off all the way down. But other than that, the bonnet's lovely and straight. No ripples or dents, no marks, hardly any stone chips. There's one or two tiny ones, but exactly what you'd expect for the age of the car. And again, lower stone chips because it's done 12,900 miles. Moving on to the interior. Nice clean driver's door card. Door shut on this side, all nice and tidy. It's never had a belt slammed in it or anything like that. If we have a look on that dashboard, you can see there 12,929 miles. And it was on 12.7. It was just driven up here one go. Didn't miss a beat apparently. On the top of that dash, all nice and tidy. There's no cracks or anything in it. Original Rover stereo. See manual choke these as well. The little digital display is all nice and clean on there. It's not missing any pixels or anything like that. Carpet set, it's had mats down I think probably from new, because the carpet set's lovely and dark. No sign of any ingrained dirt or anything like that. Driver's seat is exactly as you'd expect for a car with this mileage. No sign of any wear on the bolsters at all. No ingrained dirt. Same with the steering wheel. Lovely and clean and tidy. It's not been driven with big rings on or anything like that. And on these cars obviously they got red seat belts which normally go filthy. As you can see, these are lovely and clean. Backs of the seats all good. They've not been sort of kicked or abused. And the back seats just look like they haven't been used at all. Really, really good. Headrest, the headlighting, all nice and tidy. There's no sign of any moisture or anything like that. Around the sunroof, that's all good. And again, the car's been with us about a week. It's just been pressure washed. It's not letting any water in. There's no funny smells. Nothing like that. And the side of that tailgate, really good as well. Look how clean all this stuff is. Parcel shelf, all nice and tidy. It's not had any holes drilled in it or anything like that. You've got the inner arch liners on either side, again, lovely and clean. And then you've got this boot mat on the floor, which again, nice and tidy, but if you lift it up, you can see just how clean this thing is. Underside of all there is like brand new. Original spare wheel, toolkit and everything all in place. No sign of any moisture again. No sign of any corrosion in the foot, in the wheel well. All correct stamps and stuff on the glass as well, which is worth pointing out. And then passenger side, another good door card. Another nice tidy door shut. Passenger seat's as good as the driver's, no sign of any wear at all. Really, really good. This side of the dash is all nice and clean. Again, for those miles, that's exactly what you'd expect. And then under the bonnet, we've got that 1.1 litre start on the button, this thing as well, and it always has. It's been with us for about a week. Moved it a few times, it's never even hesitated. Comes off the choke pretty much straight away as well, which is always good. Inside here, there's no sign of any corrosion coming through on the bulkhead or the inner wings or anything like that. If we have a look underneath, there's no sign of any fluid dropping off or anything like that. Nice and tidy, nice and original, not been messed with. We'll start it up. Again, straight away on the button. Really quiet, really smooth, like a little sewing machine. Come around the back, there's nothing flying out the exhaust there. Got a little bit of condensation with it being cold. We'll give it a rev. No sign of any warning lights or anything on the dash either. So there you have it, 1992 Rover Metro. If you've got any more questions, please get in touch. Thank you.